I'm here with Mark Boulet, who's just stepped out of a session in the open space at Show Me the Change. And Mark, do you want to tell me about what the session was and what came out of it for you?
Yep. I run a training program with students. I've been working on this for the last 10 years.
Yep.
We're at the stage now of wanting to look at what our overall impact has been. So wanting to know what the impacts of our training programs are outside of the evaluation form that we hand to people at the end of a course. Want to know what our students are doing a year, 2 years, 3 years down the track. So it's kind of our broader impact over time. So that was very much my question, is how do we evaluate a broader impact of our training programs over time? So I gathered a group of people around that, and delighted to find that actually some programs are doing that. So they're looking at what have their participants done 2-3 years down the track. Department of Primary Industry has got some work that they're doing with farmers around what farmers have been doing. The Australian Conservation Foundation's Green Home program is doing the same thing as well. Acknowledge that it was resource intensive, but one node that resonated with me in terms of a learning was, if we want to engage people in longer term evaluation that have been part of our programs, is we need to actually excite them about evaluation to begin with. So to include that in the program. And then potentially, if a particular methodology of engagement, either an online community or surveys or whatever, is going to be our process to get them to feed us information 2 years down the track, then we need to excite them about that again during the training. So if an online component is part of our evaluation 3 years down the track, that needs to be part of the training program then and there. And Swinburne at the National Centre have had some great success of having online components as part of their course, and that's a natural way of engaging with people beyond that.
So it's about getting prepared early on in your program for the longer term.
So you're almost training your participants to be looking for that engagement, that evaluation format later down the track as well, and hopefully also having them use it in their courses. One thing we did talk about was the conversation that need to happen between funders and their expectations and what they want to see in terms of the result of their investment. And then from our perspective, that we want to do the evaluation for often somewhat different reasons, and there needs to be some kind of merging of those two. We thought it was initially we need to educate the funders, but we were corrected in that by saying no, the discussion needs to go both ways, because we need to understand what their motivations are and how we can tailor our requests for more funding to conduct longer term evaluation to make those two come together.
That's great, Mark. Thanks for that insight.